Hello, hello. It's great to see you. I hope you've had a nice I hope you had a nice week so far. It's Thursday, of course. Thursday night guitar, the best day of the week. And we're going to be doing some playing today. So I really hope you enjoy the session. And we're going to be playing some three note per string scales on the guitar. We're going to get used to doing some improvising with them. Some of you may have never done some three note per string patterns. And it's kind of we're edging into thinking about playing modally and getting some interesting scale sounds. But more importantly, I think if you haven't played these three note per string patterns, I think this is going to be a really great lesson for you just to get involved. We'll see how we get on. We'll see how the kind of vibe is, and if you we've actually got 7 positions of the three note per string scale. I'm not sure if we'll get through all 7 today, but certainly at least 1 or 2 of them, just so you know what's going on. If anyone's just not familiar with the major scale, you probably are. It's that classic do re mi fa sol la ti do. It's interesting, with the major scale you can lots of people can sing the major scale without even picking up an instrument, which is really cool. So for this little loop, which I'm going to do for you, and this is what we're going to be playing along with today, we're going to play some chords, and I'll just show you the chords just briefly before we start. You don't have to play them, I'm just going to show you what we're playing. We're playing an A minor 9, and then we have a B7, and then we're going to go to E minor 9, and then we have C sharp half diminished, and then E half diminished, and it's got this really nice yeah, it's a really nice thing. So let me loop this around and then we'll get going. So let me just get a nice loop, better than I just played. Here we go. Okay, happy with it. Hi Hassa, great to see you. Really hope you enjoy this session. Let's give it a go. Okay, so the first pattern we have is this major scale shape. Now you can try and just run through this pattern. Now if you've never played this pattern before, you want to use your index finger on number 3, middle finger on number 5, and then little finger on 7. So we have 3, 5, 7, same again. And then we have 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, and then we're only going up 5, 7, 8. So just run through. And this is a 3 note per string major scale. And then when you get up to the top, try and go backwards as well. Do it slowly with me. I'm going to do it at this speed again, just so you get another chance at it. And then I'm going to come back down. Here we go. And then here we go one more time from the start. 3, 4. And then I'm going to go back down. Now what you can do now to really help you learn the pattern, try and play 2 strings at a time. So play the E string, and then you play the A string, and you're going to do that repeatedly like this. Ready? And just get used to playing 2 strings in a row. And you can do this slowly. And just get used to using that index, middle, and then little finger there. Once you're happy with going on the E and then the A string, why don't you move up? So now we have the A and then the D string. Sorry, wrong note, here we go. So I'm playing the notes on the A string and then the D string. And what you get is this. Now how about the notes on the D and then the G? That's that 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7. Now the last one, G and then B. So try like this, E, A, D, D, G. Really nice way just to loosen up and get into that pattern if you've never played it before. Yeah, this is the pattern we're going to be using a lot today. So just try and run around it. After that, what you can do is you can try playing notes but keep them adjacent to each other, and then try and hang on them and then change direction. And we're kind of already now, it's starting to sound quite musical. Slide up. This is the 3-note string major scale. Okay. Now the next pattern we're going to do is the Dorian pattern. And this is the 2nd mode of the major scale. So all you have to do on this one is start on the 5th fret now. So it's going to go 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 9, 5, 7, 9, 5, 7, 9, and then we have at the end there 7, 8, 10. So try and run through this next pattern now. And then come back down. Maybe what you could do again is try those 2 strings at a time. So do the E string and then the A. And just get used to that. Okay, now you're going to go to the A and then D. Now the D and then the G. Now the G and the B. Yeah, really nice one. So just running up and down the pattern. And And then you can try and do some improvising. Okay, now we're going to go back into the first pattern and try playing it up and down just in your own time, and then back down again. Going to do this one more time. And then back down. Quick as slow as you like. Now we're going to go up to the second position, start on the 5th fret, quick as or as slow as you like, running through the pattern there. Yeah. So what we have there, I don't know if anyone's noticed that we have, well, 2 patterns of the major scale. And if anyone doesn't know the major scale, it's our purest, most unaltered form of Western music, I suppose. It's what all of our Western music, or most of it's made up from. So the first position that we were playing there, the notes, and I'll put them back on the screen just so you can see them, were G, A, B, and then we had C, D, E, and then we have... let's go back to here. Hang on, have I got the right... Ah, there we go. Sorry, this was just slightly showing the wrong notes. Here we go. So we got G, A, B, C, D, E, and then F sharp, and then G. These are our the notes in the G major scale. Yeah, just notice that they're all natural apart from one of the notes, which is the F sharp note. Okay. Now, if I go over to the second position, which we learnt, and by the way, if I just go like this on the screen, you'll be able to see that the first pattern on the left and the pattern on the right, they kind of fit together like a jigsaw. We're almost extending it into the next position, okay? And this actually happens all the way across the fretboard, okay, across 7 different positions. All right, and what we're going to try and do now is a little bit of a tab reading exercise. Is try and do the first 3 positions. Okay, so let's have a go with the first one. So it's Ionian, or the first pattern of the major scale, and we'll try and do it in crotchets. I think maybe if we do it at 60 beats per minute, let's just change this. Here we go. So it's going to actually count to, it's 8 on this one, but it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then back down. Okay, that's the first position. Now we'll just have a go just on your own, just slowly going without the metronome, making sure that you're all happy with what we just played there. And then what you can do is, once you get up to the top note there, you can come back down in your own time. Now we're going to go straight on to the second position. Now we're going to start on the 5th fret. So it's going to go 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 9. And if you notice, by the way, I'm using my middle finger for those big gaps there, those 5, 7, 9s. And then we have 7, 8, 10. Okay, let's try this one with the metronome. Here we go. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll have a look at the third position. Okay, that's one we haven't done yet today, but still a really cool one. We got 7, 8, 10, 7, 9, 10, and you, by the way, you can look at the obviously the image at the bottom, the pattern, and then sometimes it's easier to actually remember it as a shape rather than a number, because these shapes are movable. If anyone's remembers what these mean, which means we can play them in different keys. Okay, so let's have a go at playing this one with the metronome now, and then I'll show you a bit how they fit together. Oh, sorry. 3, 4. Sorry, wrong note. Awesome, so we'll do this one again. Here we go. I think it definitely will. And you're just going to run through. Cool. So far, I know it's an awful lot of notes. If you've never done 3 notes per string before, this is a good place to start. Just pick 2 or 3 patterns, and let me show you how they fit together now on the screen. So I'll just show you one more time. So we're playing all of the same notes. If you look at these, if you look at the notes on the bottom here, all of them are natural notes, apart from the F sharp. Okay, all of them are. We don't have any other sharps or flats apart from here. We're playing in. We can think of this as the key of G major. Yeah. So if I play this, look at this one here, all the notes, again, F sharp. We're playing the same notes all the way up the fretboard, okay? We only did 3 positions, and there are 7, okay? We're just going to do 3 today, but the idea is that there are 7 positions, and you can practice all of them. And what you get if you do practice all of them, I'll just show you here, is the entire fretboard. Okay, and you actually get these. If I show you again, if I swap round, you should be able to see them in yellow. Those are what we just played, those first 3 notes. Now what you get there is you're getting all of the notes in a single key, and it means that when you're doing your improvising, if you're using this approach of playing with a single kind of tonic with a scale, we just want to focus around the G major scale, what you can do is you can play any note in these 3 positions and it will sound quite cool, and you can link them up in different ways and play different licks, but this is the kind of the framework to do so. So I would you know, kind of work on this. What we're going to do now is just do a bit of playing up and down, and I'll show you some different stuff when we're playing. I'll say this now. I'm gonna when we put the backing track back on, I'll put the loop on that we just had. If you've never done this before, what I would honestly do is I would just listen to the track and play along, but just work on actually playing them just like this for now. Don't try and make it too fancy. Just be really happy with those. And once you find one that you're happy with, then join in with the stuff. All right. So let's give that a go. I think that probably makes sense. Okay, let's do this again then. So we got the track on. Here we go. Okay, so just warming up, playing with the first pattern of the major scale, just going up and down in your own time. Okay, now we're going to go on to the second pattern in your own time. Just focusing on getting those notes. Now we're going to go on to the next pattern, starting on the 7th fret, and in your own time, remember. Now what we're going to do is have a look at some of the bends. I think a really nice bend to start with, if you look at the bottom of the screen, when we have a note which is a semitone away from each other. So in this case we have F sharp and G, and then B to C. So what you could try and do, why don't you walk all the way up the scale until you get to this F sharp note, and then what you're going to do is you're going to bend up to the G. So I'll just show you what I mean here. So we have this. Yeah, maybe with some distortion, so it's kind of... So we have... yeah, it's up to that note there. And that's quite a nice note. Okay, how about on the F to the F sharp here to the G there? That's quite a nice one with your index finger. Of course, if you know two of the patterns, if I put the patterns on the screen for you, what we can do is link between them. So all of these notes, you can see the yellow ones. What I could do is I could actually go from the G here to the A, okay, and I could slide up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the whole first pattern and slide up to the A. Here we go. Yeah, really nice way just to get into that one. Now I'm in that position. Now I'm really in the second position there. So really nice little intro into playing those three note per string patterns. I think it's probably the best way that we can get used to playing in a different way that's not obviously our pentatonic scale. It's not to say that we can't use our pentatonic when we're soloing here, of course, but I think this is a nice approach for this. I think this is a good thing to go away and do. So I'm going to have a proper all bells and whistles video coming out on this. It's going to be quite a long one because, like I said, there are seven modes, and it'll be an opportunity for you to practice with all of the bits on. Next week we've got a song. It's been a long time since we've done a song, but we have "Life Is a Highway" by Rascal Flatts. Which is a really, really awesome one. So go and have a look. It's another country. I'm on a bit of a country bend at the moment. Has anyone been playing any country? I'm not sure if I'm alone in this one. Hopefully not. But yes, it's got lots of those kind of bends, which is really, really nice. So look, I mean, we've had a good one. I really hope everyone enjoyed the session today. If you let me know how you got on with the 3 note per string, and if you haven't been playing this kind of idea before, learn all 7 modes. Hopefully look out for the video that's coming out, and what we'll do is we'll see each other in a week's time, and we're going to do a song next Thursday. So I will see you soon. Thank you so much for being here and coming, and we will speak very soon. Have a lovely, lovely weekend.